Hi folks, Scunny Mag Paul here with another away day guide. This one is for Crystal Palace. If you're heading out to watch your team take on the Eagles, everything you need is coming up next. Okay, as I record this, Selhurst Park is a little over 100 years old, having been opened way back in 1924. Its record attendance is 51,482, but it also holds the record for highest attendance in Division 4, or League 2, as we know it today, with a huge 37,774 attending their local derby fixture against Millwall in 1961. Palace once shared their ground with local rivals Charlton Athletic, with whom they co-occupied the same stretch of turf at Selhurst Park for 6 years in the late 80s, but that agreement came to an end in 1991, and things got back to normal. The away supporters are housed in the north end of the Arthur Waite stand on the east side of the stadium, and you get around 3,000 out of the current capacity, which is just shy of 25,500. If you're driving in, I usually recommend the park and rides for London clubs, but with this one being on the outskirts, it's a little bit different. I mean, they're still there, but you'll need to mess around, switching from the tube to the overground rail services that stop nearer the stadium. You have got a small number of options in the Sainsbury's car park, which is right behind the opposite stand to where the away fans are housed. But you will need to pre-book those using parking apps, and they go fast. They may also dry up soon, as the rebuild of the stand that backs onto it commences in the not too distant future. There is some street parking worth mentioning dotted around, which is rare for a London club, but I found one that was recommended by local fans a couple of seasons ago. It's on Warncliffe Road and sort of runs alongside a park area. But important disclaimer, if you are going to use them, please check that they haven't changed the signage, which they may well do at some point. They could do that any time, and you don't want to be falling foul of a money-making scheme from the local council. But that having been said, the last couple of times I've been, it's been fine. The road is well used by the local fans, and it's about a 15-minute short walk to the ground from there. Locked under cargo is your what 3 words, and that will get you onto that street looking for a spot. But yeah, it's free, which is of mythical status in the capital. For those using public transport coming on the trains, there are no viable options for tubes. Your better option is to switch onto the overground services or use direct rail routes into either Norwood Junction or Thornton Heath. There is a stop at Selhurst as well, which is a little bit further, as you have to walk all the way around the 3-way rail junction to get to the ground, so probably avoid that one. And worth mentioning, don't fall into the trap of getting the train to Crystal Palace Station. Again, that's a hike. It's around 2 miles to the ground from there, and much more of a faff on a match day, whereas the first two I mentioned are roughly half a mile from the away end. Moving on to the pubs, if you're coming into Thornton Heath, there's one just across the road from the train station to the right. It's called the Railway Telegraph, and you can find that at Alien, Menu, Dress. That one's a decent little pub, and is always popular with fans coming in through that station as a first stop. It'll leave you with about a 20-minute walk to the visiting fans' turnstiles. Alternatively, a little bit closer to the ground on the walk in from there, you've got the Prince George. It's a corner pub, and they have an external drinking area on the pavement, outside the front and side doors, as long as the weather is half decent. They even have a little temporary minibar outside, which is novel, I thought. It has beer pumps and plastic glasses and all that. This is the one I tend to gravitate towards, and I must have been in there about 10 times now. It's mixed. You get a small handful of home fans in, but it's a good atmosphere, everyone gets along fine, and it leaves you with just a short hop to the ground from there. You can find that at Pumps Fluid Skin, and basically they take all the furniture out so that it's standing room only, and they can cram as many people in as possible on a match day. It makes for a great atmosphere, and they don't mind a bit of singing, which means it's always a welcome warm-up pub pre-game. For those of you coming into Norwood Junction, when you come out the station and head down the short street opposite, you used to be able to hang a right at the clock and head to the Shelverdine Goat House. Weird name, I know, but that's shut down recently, and unless it finds new owners that are open to allowing away fans in, it looks like we've lost another away day venue for travelling supporters, which is disappointing. As for hotels, there's not a lot around the ground area or Crystal Palace itself. You've obviously got the city centre options in London, but they're going to be the more expensive ones, unless you're up for the hostels that I've recommended in other videos for the likes of Fulham and Brentford. Failing that, heading out of the city towards Croydon, you've got a little cluster of much better options, such as Holiday Inn Hampton by Hilton and a few of the budget ones like Easy Hotels and stuff, but they're about 2 miles from the ground or an hour's walk. If you plan to do that, it's one stop on the train that heads south out of Norwood Junction, so that might be a handy option if you are stopping over. Moving up towards the ground, if you are coming from the Prince George direction, you want to go past the Sainsbury's, keeping it on your right, and go around the top of the ground to the north end of the Arthur Waite stand, where you'll be basically going straight off the street into the back of the concourse. It's London, it's traditional, so there's not a lot of room. Most of the area is open air, with only a small section under shelter, and it's pretty tiny, but they do have a handy set of railings to create a queuing system for pints pre-match and burgers, pies and hot dogs at half-time. Not that it's always adhered to. The stadium is cashless, as more and more are these days. Royal Show's Blaze will get you into the right area for the turnstiles, and once you're in, enjoy the experience. It's interesting, shall we say. One of the gents' toilets has got like the narrowest set of stairs I've ever seen, and there's lots of posts and pillars to be dodging for your restricted views, but overall it's a decent away day. Their supporters make plenty of noise, which is refreshing, although the guy with the drum is annoying to both sets of fans, according to some of the Palace lads I've spoken to. I've been Paul. If you think I've missed anything, let me know in the comments. And if you found this useful, please drop me a like and smash that subscribe button to help find me again more easily, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.